So hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. This is Dr. Neha Taneja. Today we are going to discuss a very important topic, and it's not something to do with our studies, but considering the current situation which is there in Ukraine and how it is affecting our students there, we will be talking about how has Ukraine war affected our FMG students. Okay, so what has happened, how they're facing it, what new changes have come. And to discuss this with me, I have with me Dr. Smita Singh, and she did her MBBS from China. She joined in 2014. She did it from a place in China, almost near to Wuhan, and she is with us, and she will tell us her experience during, because जब COVID आया था, she was there, how that time they were affected, and how now, since she has a lot of friends, how this Ukraine situation is affecting them and what are the changes and reforms that have happened. Okay, so let us welcome her. Hello, Dr. Smita, how are you?
Hi, ma'am. I'm good. How are you?
I'm also good. Thank you for joining us. And it is indeed my pleasure to have you here. You were in China during the times of COVID also. So tell us something. How was your experience then? And now what are you doing currently?
Currently, I'm an intern, ma'am. My intern will be finishing this March.
Okay.
And the experience of China was great until the COVID came. So I started my MBBS in 2014, the December batch of 2014, so which is like close to 2015. And we finished our fifth year in about July 2019. And then I started my internship there, which was undergone like 5 months around. And in 2020 January, this COVID came, so we were already done with our 5 months internship, but we were then airlifted back from Wuhan to India.
Okay, so you had finished 5 months of internship and you were then asked to come back to India. So what happened when you came to India? Did you repeat? You had to enroll again, and did you have to enroll again for internship from this beginning?
Yes, ma'am. Actually, it was a very chaotic time, and the time was really stressful. Because in those times we didn't really know what is going to happen, because it was the first time such thing has ever happened. We thought the COVID is maybe it's not that big of a deal, and it will get over in 2 to 3 months, and we would be able to go back. So we were during airlift also, we were just asked to pack a bag and come. So all of our stuff is even still there in my hostel room. My stuff is still there. My books are still there. So when I came back India, we didn't have much books or notes what we prepared during our college times, because we knew that we have to prepare and appear in FMG. So we were planning that we'll finish our internship in June. My internship was going to end in June, July, and I thought the June attempt, I'll give my June attempt, or maybe the December attempt. So I was kind of preparing for that. But these things happened and we came back suddenly. So it was like, it was basically shocking, very shocking, that we didn't know what to do or what not to do, or what's going to happen to us or our degree or graduation. And at that time, the government was not very active, let's say, towards the academic section of this whole thing. They were more concerned about the COVID situation, which was understandable, but our academics suffered because of that a lot. So it was a very uncertain time. And then I appeared in my December FMG and cleared my December FMG, before which there were a lot of problems because my documentations were not done, because we left suddenly. So the basic documentation, the attestation of embassy and the notary things, which we usually do in the country, that took a lot of time, and that was very hectic to plan. But somehow we managed it, and I gave my December 2020 and cleared my exam. And then a lot of us applied and protested and asked the government to allow us to continue our internship. Like, we have already done 5 months, so please let us continue like the other rest of it, and so we'll be done on time. But nothing came back, like no response was there as such. And so I had to redo my, I didn't know what to do, so I took like another 1 year to redo it. So now in March I'll be ending my 1 year again. So that is that, ma'am.
Okay, so you just narrating it sounds so, it's scary at the same time. when we are outside the country and something like this happens and you all are students, it can take a toll on your mental health as well, and how to manage things. So many of us go outside to study, and but it was indeed very brave of all of you to come, like, be brought back to the country, and then again you had to appear for the internship. But Jobia, why do you think that there are so many challenges, and when we, like, there are so many other things for which students do go abroad for studying, right? Parents even send their children after class 12. So why is it that when it comes to FMG students, itna sara, there's so much of controversy, or there are so many things like what we are imagine seeing right now also after this, like during this time of Ukraine war also, people were questioning that why do parents send their children outside to study. So how do you think this affects our FMG students on the whole, and how difficult it becomes?
I think, ma'am, this is the most upsetting part about all of this. Like coming back and suffering, like mentally, physically, financially, everything is going on all together. But when you hear someone else undermining your efforts and talking things about you, which they don't even really know what they're talking about, like half of the people who are making videos these days, I saw a lot of Facebook videos because some of my friends send me. I think they don't even know what they're talking about. They're just talking because they are getting views. So because it sounds catchy that people in Ukraine, they go, and why they are complaining now, why should they go, like they are, I think, using us as a clickbait basically. But they don't really know what we go through. Let it be the students from China who came back in COVID, or let it be the Ukraine people, students who are stuck in Ukraine because of the war. I think a lot of us have been through a lot, but people only see that we went out and we couldn't get a seat here, so we must not be worth it. But they don't know that going out to another country and studying, that does not mean that we are studying just like that and getting like scores just like that. It's the same as in India. Like you have to work hard, you have to learn a new language, you have to pass the language test as well, plus your medical degree subjects and things. Because what we used to think that medical MBBS is one of the hardest course in like academic course we consider, and Mandarin is one of the hardest language to learn. So we were learning Mandarin and we were doing our medical stuff side by side, so we had to suffer a lot. We didn't have much time to do anything else other than studying. A lot of our time used to go in libraries. I think most of my students, we used to go in weekends, because all weekdays we had classes. So in weekdays we used to go and sit in the library from morning 8 till night 9 or 10 maybe. We used to leave out in lunch for a bit, 1 hour or 2 hours, then we'll go back to library. So what people think, we are enjoying outside and we are just spending money because we have money. Lot of people are like from a very poor strata, like they are from a very low socioeconomic background. Their parents are farmers. Some people parents are like not so much of earning. They don't have that much money in their family, and most of the people have no doctors in their family. Like they are like first doctors from their family because they want to be, not
Yeah.
because they have a backup or something like that. So I think people should respect that. If they have ever told anyone that don't give up on your hopes or don't give up on your dreams, then they shouldn't be mocking other people when they are stuck in those situations. They should be understanding what people are going through.
Yeah.
So that was unfortunate, ma'am.
Yeah, it is actually unfortunate because we don't go abroad to study because you are not good a student. There could be many reasons, and in India also there are so many colleges which charge a hefty amount. Yeah, during MBBS also, and there are so many people who actually want to become doctors, and due to certain things, कभी किसी का एक मार्क से रह जाता है या कोई दो बार से कोशिश कर रहा है and नहीं हो पाया. So it becomes उसने हमेशा से डॉक्टर बनना चाहा, so the parents also send them out. But it's just like sending for any other for any other studies, right? जैसे हम 12th के बाद, if I would want to send my daughter abroad, it's the same like if a person after 12th goes for MBBS to some other country. So that becomes
Right.
very challenging, and particularly with this Ukraine situation, all these things have come up on the surface. Like I'll tell you, a few days back, we made a video where we spoke about that students face so many challenges, FMG students, to get the internship. There were so many of them who joined and spoke about there should be uniformity. So do you think this post, like this Ukraine war, has brought about some changes for the FMG students currently when it comes to internship? I think there's been a document also released. So do you think
Yes.
a situation, such a grave situation, should happen to bring about such a reform? मतलब ऐसा ऐसे होने के बाद ही changes आएंगे. तो इसमें तुम, like, what do you want to say about it?
Like yeah, I saw the document today. Even I posted it on my YouTube channel as well. तो मैंने उसको भी discuss किया था, and I feel like it's a good thing that they are doing it, but the background behind is very
Yeah,
long. Like
yeah.
it's not एक दिन काम नहीं है ये. Because 2 years in 2020 we protested a lot. A lot of students protested and asked for this, but it didn't happen that time. And अभी ये आया तो है, but they said that COVID में भी जिनका हुआ है उनके लिए भी, but our time is gone. 2 years have already been done, and I already repeated my 1 year of internship again in India. So it's no use to me, like particularly saying, which kind of makes me sad. But I'm happy for the juniors and whoever is about to come now, like people from Ukraine, or if anything ever happens in the future, some kind of war situation or a pandemic, or we don't even know what. After 2020, I have given up like on anything. Like I'm
Correct.
mentally prepared to कुछ भी
कभी
हो
भी
सकता
कुछ भी
है.
हो सकता है. बट बात वही आ जाती है कि ये चेंजेस पहले ही आ जानी चाहिए थे ना. अगर लाइक why to, like, after such grave situations you're saying that okay, now if you've done 4 months there, you can finish the rest here. Now the second question is that even if you're saying you finish the rest here, for FMG students there is no uniformity in internship.
Right.
इतना भागना पड़ता है, and students have to, there is, like, for everything we have a database, right, where whether it's any form of counseling or anything, for iske liye there is no database where there's uniformly given ki ye colleges mein aap internship kar sakte ho. Then money is another additional point, which is, at some to get your externship you have to pay some amount of money, so there's no uniformity. When do you think that is also going to get streamlined? How is this internship problem going to be solved? Will it ever be solved? Like, what do you think about that?
Like the NMC document that came today, ma'am, that's just a start. I think that's just the beginning point to everything. अभी तो I think बहुत काम करना पड़ेगा, because every state medical council have their own set of rules, have their own point of view, thoughts and everything. So it has been just a start, when we have a long way to go. अभी तो बस starting है. Plus I never understood ki why they are not giving us stipend, whether because we were working as same as Indian medical graduates. So that came out today as well कि हाँ stipend भी मिलेगा, तो which is quite a good thing for juniors coming up who will be doing internship in India. Plus the fee structure, I think they are going to consider it, because the fee is very ununiform, like uniformity ही नहीं है कहीं पे. कहीं 5 लाख मांग रहे हैं, कहीं 1.5 लाख मांग रहे हैं. लाइक स्टेट्स का अपना अपना इशू है. तो आई थिंक दैट वुड बी यूनिफॉर्म, तो काफी हेल्प हो जाएगी एफएमजीस के लिए.
बिल्कुल बिल्कुल. दिस इज एक्चुअली अ वेरी गुड स्टेप, जहां लाइक शी सेड कि स्टाइपेंड, अभी इसमें भी क्वेश्चंस उठ सकते हैं. लाइक ऑलरेडी आई सॉ सम ऑफ द थिंग्स ऑन Facebook and other social media where they would question these things also. They would look at it as, negativity. But then if you are an FMG students, you should take this as a positive thing, which is a good thing happening for the other students also, who will continue to go out and come for the internship to India. Stipend milega, like you said, internship ko thoda uniform expect kar sakte hain ki ho jaye. So these are good things. But again, the biggest question is that did we need such harsh things to happen to bring about this uniformity, right? So, like,
that's big, very true.
yeah. So we just want to, through this video, we just want to put out that it is not it is not something which has to be questioned, that why parents have sent their students out to study MBBS, like students go out to study any other subject or any other thing, it's the same. If they want to go and study, if they've gone to study MBBS outside, doesn't mean that they are less of a student, or it could be any reason they might have to go there, and they are all at par with the other students as well. So we need to look at them with the same respect as we look at any other person, right? Any other student studying anything. In fact, कोई भी बच्चा जो पढ़ रहा है, any aspirant for any exam, they are putting in a lot of effort, and we have to support them so that they don't end up doing something which is which is not right. So also, what would you like to say to all the students who are coming from Ukraine or are still stuck at Ukraine? Anything that
Like
you would want to send out a message?
ma'am, I would just say ki, I know it must be very hard. I know it's really hard. We have been through it, but just know that your FMG community, your seniors, your teachers like Neha ma'am, me who have gone through things, we are there for you. If you have a problem or if you get stuck with something, we would be able to help. If we would be able to help you, we would help you, guide you in whatever manner. Like mental health is basically the most important thing right now for everyone, and to support you mentally and morally, we are all there. So just don't be afraid of anything. Don't listen to all these negative people talking. They don't even know what they are talking. Most of them have no idea what is going on. They are just saying whatever they want to say. So don't let it get to you, and just keep working hard and do what you want to do. And I'm so sure that every one of us are going to do great. And in next 10 years, the people who are talking like in a negative way may be coming to us for treatment, hopefully. So let's
Yes.
just work with that.
Yes, she's very rightly said that negativity around us should not affect us. And if you see the NEET PG results, there are so many students who sent me that they were FMGs and they've got a very good rank, and they are going into their dream colleges, Abhi. So it doesn't make you less of a student. And our sincere, we pray to God that each one of you get back home safe. And life is one of the most important things. Our mental, our physical health is more important right now. Don't worry about anything else. So also, Smita here has a channel on YouTube. It's by her name, Smita Singh, where she is particularly talking about, she's trying to make things easy for FMGs, where she's discussing about academic things concerning FMGs as well as non-academic also. So you must follow her channel, and she tells her, being an FMG herself, she can guide you, and the link is there in the description box for her channel. So do go through it once. And if you have, we'll be coming up with such issues. We'll try to make, we'll try to ease out things for our FMG students. And if you have anything that you would want to discuss concerning your situation, how challenging it becomes for an FMG student, you can put it in the comment section, and we will always be there to help you. Keep following this series. We will be talking about various other issues, and let's just pray to God right now and be hopeful that all of you will come back home safely and you all will have a very good future ahead. All we need is faith.
Right.
Thank you so much, everyone. Thank you, Smita. So
Thank you,
I
ma'am.
hope that your efforts, since you've made a channel also, and I constantly see you on Instagram also putting out, things which are in favor of FMGs. It's a very good effort. Being a senior, you're doing this. It really means a lot. Thank you so much for being out, for being there for all your colleagues and your juniors. God bless you.
Thank you, ma'am.
Okay. Thank you, everyone. We'll see you again soon.